make sure that we all stay together in our tour group. We wouldn't want to leave anyone behind.
No.
You don't want to get stuck in the museum. Do you hear that? I think the museum has come to life. Right this way.
Well, hello, citizens of Nappanee.
Hi, John.
Can I interest you in a lure? Some sporting goods? How about if I tune up your car? How about a picture?
We're just passing through. We only have a little bit of time tonight. But it sounds like you're quite the entrepreneur. Who are you?
I am John Keller. I came to Nappanee in 1886 from Columbiana, Ohio. From there I moved to Van Burt, and then I came to Nappanee to be a finished photographer. While I'm in Nappanee, I did bicycles, I repaired sewing machines, had a roller rink, had a repair shop, had a sporting goods store, and I repaired cars.
Wow, you certainly are a man of many talents. We are just here looking for innovators or inventors. You wouldn't happen to be one of those, would you?
Am I an innovator? Am I an inventor? Of course I'm an innovator. Of course I'm an inventor.
And what did you create?
What didn't I create?
That's a great question. Tell us about the first thing you created.
First thing I created. I'm a bicycle man. I love riding my bicycle long distances. I even rode from Nappanee to Columbiana, Ohio. If you don't know where that is, that's just northwest of Pittsburgh. But I always did that. And I repaired bicycles and the tires. Then I developed my own bicycle called the Nap. I made 2 different versions of it. However, with high demand and regulations on the bicycles, I wasn't able to keep up with it. But I tell you what, people from all over would come rent the Nap from me. In fact, I tell people, hey, come get a nap in Nappanee.
Fascinating.
Dyslexia on that one.
Oh, yeah, that's rough. Was that you, John? Did you write the nap on that second picture?
The N is
Yours
not
is
quite right.
That was my second version.
All right. Well, what else is on your resume?
What's a resume?
A resume, it's like a list of all the things that you've created.
My crown jewel. The Keller lure.
Huh.
Well, did you use that for fishing?
Was it for, yes, it was for fishing. And T.L. Neer and I used to go down the Lake Wawasee and test my lures. We'd stay in the Cops Cottage down there.
Oh, fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Did you happen to catch a lot of fish with that lure?
Well, yes. There's a photograph of all the fish we caught one day. 18 catfish and a trout. That's me on the left-hand side.
I like your hat.
Yeah, I lost that years ago.
That is unfortunate.
It is.
Well, I think we better be on our way. We don't want to take up any more of your precious time.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Check this out. This is my latest invention. This is my spark plug tester.
Huh.
Put this on your spark plugs, and if you have a little energy in your battery, it'll start up. I have a pendant on it. I'm just trying to think of a name. I was thinking of calling it the Keller and Killer, or the Porta-John.
Stick with Keller and Keller.
No, Porta-John.
Huh.
That's it. An outhouse on wheels. And you can pull behind the Nap. What a great idea! A Porta-John. Everybody be doing their business. That's it. How do I do this?
I'm not sure you could pull a outhouse on the back of a bicycle.
With wheels you can. Yeah, where there's a wheel, there's a way.
All right.
The Porta-John.
Well, it's good meeting
John,
you,
figure
Mr.
it
Keller.
out.
Come leave your deposits.
All right.
It'll be all over.
There you go.
Still do.
Mr. Keller ended up leaving Nappanee. He showed up in Frankfort, Indiana in 1920. By 1921, he owned and operated the Keller Inn on the edge of Lake Manitou. He operated the inn until he passed away in 1943. He applied for multiple patents across his lifetime, not just for the spark plug tester, but also a chicken beheader, a certificate holder for the auto license, and in 1938, the Rochester newspaper called him the fishing bait manufacturer pottery maker, and an inventor. Right this way.
We got big blue slogans at the cemetery. I bet that's them.
No thank you. We were just around looking for some innovators and inventors.
Well, you might call me an innovator. My name is Claude Stoops, and I brought the best invention on earth to Nappanee.
Well, that is a bold claim. What was it?
The telephone, of course.
Didn't Alexander Graham Bell invent the telephone?
Well, of course he did. But I brought the telephone to Nappanee. I petitioned the town board in June of 1898 for a franchise to start setting posts and stringing lines. Later that year, I started my business, the Nappanee Telephone Company. I was able to install 52 phones with an option for 100 more on the lines.
What did Nappanee do before they had all those phones?
Well, you can make a long distance phone call from the Compass Hotel, and it was 25 cents to Goshen and 15 cents to Bremen. That was the Central Union Telephone Company. Let's see here. There were private lines strung all throughout Nappanee, connecting one party to another. The Nappanee Furniture Company had a line from its plant to the depot. The train depot had a line to the station agent's home. The Compass Brothers and Zook had rigged a line from their flouring mill to the factory. It is also thought that the Compass Hotel had a line to the depot.
Interesting.
Interesting? No. The telephone business was the greatest business on earth. So much so that I organized the Northern Indiana Telephone Association, becoming its president as well as a director.
Well, when you were trying to sell us a watch, I thought maybe you were going to say that you invented a watch or maybe some kind of special jewelry.
No, I started my jewelry business when I first came to Nappanee in 1888. But you know, the first switchboard was installed in my jewelry store, and the operator handled all of the business from 7 a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m.
Just one operator?
Yes, one person to handle it all.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us about your store, and thank you for bringing the telephone to Nappanee. We ought to be on our way. It's good to meet you, Mr. Stoops. Mr. Stoops' Nappanee Telephone Company continued to grow after these initial 52 lines were installed. He gave up the jewelry store in 1913 to devote more time to his telephone business. In 1916, the telephone company experienced rapid growth. 720 telephones were in service with over 12,000 feet of cable. 6 operators and 2 linemen were employed, and the telephone company was able to provide 24-hour service. Mr. Stoops was active in everything, promoting the welfare of Nappanee. He was an active member in the Kiwanis Club and on the library board. He helped secure the property of the Nappanee Public Library and helped fund from the public works so that they could get the 1936 building. He passed away in December of 1935, his last words being, "We got the library."
Here,
Can we help you?
have you heard the town gossip today?
We have not. What's going on?
The Frasers are currently up in arms again. The architect one, Henry, decided that he was going to start dabbling in medicine, and he knew this old family recipe for this distemper cure. He even lined up a person to make the recipe and get the bottles and put the labels on it. He even filed for a patent. Can you believe that?
Well, What is a distemper? Is it something that a person can take?
It's for horses, silly. However, not only does it work for distemper, but it's also a good cure for pink eye, coughs, colds, influenza, and all other forms of contagious diseases that horses might be subject to. Can you believe that Mr. Fraser found out that somehow David Binkley got his mitts on his family recipe and also started making it and selling it?
Well, how did Mr. Binkley know Mr. Fraser's family recipe?
That is what no one knows. Mr. Fraser cannot seem to wrap his head around the fact that Mr. Bingley had started manufacturing it back in 1885. He also claims it was an old family secret recipe.
Doesn't seem so secret to me.
Well, that's what we thought as well. If it was this old family recipe, well, then how did Mr. Binkley know about it in the first place? Well, Mr. Binkley did decide to name it Fraser's Distemper Cure, which probably should have been a clue that it was a Fraser family secret recipe. Actually, Mr. Fraser was going to name it sulfotriterpenes. It's quite a name. It really is a mouthful.
Well, I think I've heard of Mr. Fraser before, but this Mr. Binkley, do you know more about him?
Yes, Mr. Binkley was a druggist, and he established the Binkley Medical Company and the Binkley Drugstore right here on the corner. That he purchased in 1885 from his brother-in-law, William F. Petticord. Not only was he a druggist, but he was a man of sterling character and good judgment. He was very well respected by the townspeople. Let's see, this remedy was priced at 50 cents and $1 per bottle. All of the druggists and the dealers throughout the United States purchased it because they knew it was manufactured right here in Nappanee. Eventually, his sons Charles and Frank also joined him in the business because, as you can imagine, business was booming.
Well, that certainly is a lot of information.
Well, you're very welcome. I do kind of feel sorry for Mr. Fraser, though, to have gone to all that trouble to make the serum and get the bottles and get the labels, and then eventually file for a patent through the patent office.
That is all very sad, but if Mr. Fraser would have gone into the medicine business, then who would have designed and built Nappanee?
Well, that's true, but it's still very sad.
Well, thank you again. Mr. Binkley made the Fraser's Distemper Cure from 1885 to 1889. He was killed in a freak accident that involved his horse while he was attempting to pass another team. He was thrown from his cart and he died before the doctors could take him home. His sons Charles and Frank took on the family business and had a few encounters with the Food and Drugs Act for the distemper cure. It was said it didn't comply with the act and the distemper was misbranded. The first time they were issued a $50 fine. The second time they were given the judgment of condemnation, forfeiture, and destruction. This happened in 1915 and 1928. At one point, the distemper was tested and it was said to be made of turpentine and wood tar.
Well, there goes the big secret family recipe.
Done gave it away.
That's probably a photo type. Yep.